Welcome back, friends. Today we're going to talk about pewter, more specifically how to identify pewter. If you're walking through a thrift shop or an antique store and you see what you think is pewter, the first thing you want to do is just take a look at it. What's it look like? If it's got kind of a dull shine to it, it's kind of hard to explain, but you'll kind of get a feel for it. This kind of a dull gray look versus a shiny look. This is not going to be pewter. That's what pewter looks like. It's a little bit more dull. So this one's a little shinier. Even this one's kind of shiny. And that can kind of throw you off a little bit because this is pewter. One other way you can tell is by picking it up and looking at it. Does it have a hallmark? Almost all pewter does have a hallmark that says pewter on it. But some might not. So another way to tell is by picking it up and feeling how heavy is it. Pewter has some weight to it. Even if it's relatively thin like this, it's going to have a little bit of heft. If you pick something up and it feels kind of light, it's probably an aluminum alloy. That's what this here is. A lot of trays and platters and plates that might otherwise look like pewter are actually going to be an aluminum alloy. One way to kind of tell is by flicking it with your finger or maybe tapping it with a pocket knife. That's got kind of a ting to it, a little bit of a ring. This one too definitely has a ring to it. Pewter is going to sound more of a dull thud. Again, we'll try this one here. That's got kind of a little higher pitched ting. This one's kind of an anomaly. But again, even compared to that, it is a dull, a little more of a dull sound. Another good indicator is if you look at something and there's some deformation to it. Pewter's very soft, so it gets damaged easily. So if you're walking by and you see something that looks like this, where, boy, you know, it looks like it's got some damage to it, and then you pick it up and kind of give it a little bend and see how soft is that. Is it easy to bend and deform? Yeah, that's a good indicator that it's pewter. Even something like this that has, I think, a pretty high tin content. Most pewter is about 90% tin. I would guess this one's even higher because it's, like I said, it's shinier. It's got a little bit higher pitch ring to it, and it's pretty hard. It does bend, but boy, does it take some heft to bend it and to deform it. So one more trick. If you've got a pocket knife with you and you're tapping on something to see if it's got a thud or a ring, you can actually take that sharp blade and just shave a little bit off of an edge. If you can make a little sliver like that and it doesn't take much effort and it feels smooth, that's a really good indicator that it's pewter as well. This aluminum alloy here, I can take a little sliver off, but boy, it's almost crunchy as the blade goes through there. And then that sliver just kind of breaks right off. Whereas a pewter sliver, I can put a little bit of force on that and it just bends. It doesn't break off. So that's how that should behave there. This one here, if I try to take a little sliver off that, my blade's just going to skip right off of it because that's stainless steel. So anyway, a few little tips to identify pewter. If you guys have any other questions about this or any other casting or reloading topic, feel free to drop them in the comments. If it's something that I can speak to, I will try to address it either in the comments or make a video about it. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.